Welcome to the Max Stern Athletic Center. I'm Yoni Sonnenschein along with my colleague Sammy, Katz, and we have an exciting game here for you tonight. The number 21 ranked Yeshiva University Maccabees currently on a 20-game win streak, going for number 21 against the St. Joseph's College Brooklyn Bears. Sammy, this is a really key game for the Max as they're trying to get home court advantage. Give us some keys for the Max.
Well, Sonny, as you mentioned, the Max on a 20-game win streak, sitting at number 1 in the Skyline Conference. And just to note, if they were to win tonight, and if there would be an Old Westbury win and a Farmingdale win, that would lead to purchase loss. That would give the Max number 1 seed in the playoffs for the first time in history. But they still control their own destiny. They have to go 2-2 to finish the season, and they'll finish at the number 1 seed, securing home court advantage. They currently sit at number 21 in the college D3 basketball rankings, and this is, as you mentioned, a big one to continue the win streak for them. And just a couple of keys, Sonny. Last game that the Max faced St. Joe's Brooklyn, it was in Brooklyn, and they won by a whopping 85-51, 34-point margin. That tied their second largest margin of victory this season. And interesting to note, Ryan Terrell, the hot-scoring 24 points per game average shooter, didn't even play. So that's important to note for tonight. Terrell will be in the lineup, but on the St. Joe's sideline, they're featuring a new player tonight as, Chris Mikos, a transfer from St. Joe's, I believe, Long Island. He came in earlier in the season but didn't play due to some academic issues, but he'll be on the court tonight.
Yeah, this is really an exciting matchup, a key game for the Max. Right now, they're going through the starters. The starters for the Max, the same starters that they've had this all year: Gabriel Leifer, Simcha Halper, Baraloo, Donnie Katz, and Ryan Terrell.
And Sonny, before I let you even get to the St. Joe's starters, let's go over the YU powerhouse starters. Ryan Terrell, Sonny, as I mentioned, averaging 24 points per game. That's top in the conference. He shoots it at 62.5% field goal shooting. That is second in the conference. And Ryan has only 25 points to go until he reaches the 1,000 mark. That'll be the fastest 1,000 mark ever in Yeshiva University history at 41 games played. He also has 3.8 assists per game. That's 8th in the conference. So these stats are incredible. He has 5 games this season in which he scored 30-plus points. So let's watch Ryan Terrell's scoring totals tonight.
For sure, Ryan Terrell, a storyline to watch tonight. Starting for the Bears, Steph Ethert, Frank Reale, Chris Mikos, Chris Edwards, and Coven Miner. And the tip goes to the Bears. Chris Edwards bringing it up for the Bears. Baraloo playing defense all the way up. Bears right now trying to figure out a way to get to the basket as Chris Edwards with the floater, but rebounded by Donnie Katz.
Sonny, these Bears love the mid-range and the floater game. They play patient on the offensive end when they're not running. And here we go, a great motion offense play as Donnie Katz finds Terrell on the back door.
Yeah, that's 2 points to Ryan Terrell, 23 points to 1,000. The storyline we're watching, YU currently up 2-0.
And as we mentioned, St. Joe's loves to slow the ball down when they're in possession. We see a lot of motion offense from them, but YU's man-to-man defense will surely get up on these shooters because that's something that Coach Steinmetz mentioned, that he wants YU to pressure the ball a little bit more tonight.
Frank Reale with the shot, and it's good. Tie game. Right now, both teams playing very different styles, Sammy. YU is really trying to speed it up, get easy buckets, and seemingly these Bears are just trying to calm down, get Baraloo from the corner for 3. Good from Baraloo.
A great look there early from Aloof. He hasn't been the scorer that we know this season so far, but he's looking to get hot down the stretch.
Right now, star player Steph Ethert has the ball. And that's good from 2 for the Bears. As quickly the Max run it out past the Donnie Katz, and it's an easy layup for the Max.
Donnie Katz, familiar story. He's torched the Bears in the past, as his father Harold mentioned to me during pregame. The opposing coach Joe Cacazello, excuse me, he told Katz's father that Donnie, they have to look out for him tonight because he's going to torch him down low.
Steph with the shot, and Gabe gets a rebound. Gabe, big-time rebounder for this Max team.
Absolutely. Gabe averages 13.6 rebounds per game. That's top in the conference, Sonny.
Gabe from 3, in and out, as Chris Edwards comes down with the rebound and running it for the Bears. Takes it himself, passes to Coven Minor, and he gets the N1 for the Bears.
Great play in transition there from Edwards to Minor. Minor, a steady man on the block for the Bears, always gives the Max a little bit of trouble. Look for Donnie Katz to contain him tonight, and then we'll see when Malobsky checks in for Katz how he does on the defensive end.
Minor shooting his free throw. And Minor hits it as we have a tie game. YU and the Max and the Bears are tied with 17:27 left in the half. Right now the Bears are playing a press, Sammy. Seemingly the Max are currently easy being as Gabe passes beautifully to Barr.
Great play there by the Max to break this zone press. We see early on from the Bears this little 2-2-1 press, but the Max early on haven't had trouble as they found 2 easy buckets, one to Katz and one to Aloof underneath the hoop.
Ryan Terrell with the steal and passes it to Barr as they're running quick. Barr behind the back. Takes it himself, passes Terrell on the inside. Terrell gets blocked. Gabe gets the rebound. They're going to call the foul on. The
foul was originally, Sonny, called on the Terrell layup. So the putback doesn't go for lifer, but Terrell will be at the line shooting 2. And Sonny, it's Terrell's stat numbers don't get any simpler from the free throw line. This guy shoots 77% from the free throw line. That's 6th in the conference.
Sammy, you did the broadcaster jinx. Terrell misses the little free throw. He's going to try to hit a second.
I don't believe in jinxes, my man.
As Terrell hits the second and the Max are up by 3. Right now the Max are playing full court pressure. As Chris Edwards has the ball, Barlow's playing him all the way up. Passes it to Coven, who's driving. Gives it out to Chris Mikos, the transfer. Coven Minor with the hook shot. Misses it. But Mikos gets the rebound and puts it in for 2.
Great play there by Mikos to collect on the miss and go up for the bucket on the inside within the trees there of Lifer, Katz, and Terrell. It looked to me like a little bit of a 3-second action there as the Bears love to camp down low, so we'll see how that plays out moving forward.
Gabe passes it into Donnie Katz, who gets the easy 2. As we've mentioned, Donnie Katz, a beast against his team in the past, and right now, big-time player for the Max.
Being here for 4 years, it must be mental at this point. You know, it's definitely in the Bears' head, but Katz has it in his head as well. He comes out hot. Mikos
with a nice pump fake gets the easy 2. And the Bears call a timeout as the Max are currently up 12-11 with a 1-point lead. 15:52 still left in the half. Right now, the Bears are keeping it in the game. The Bears right now currently sitting right outside with the tied for the 7th spot in the conference. Right, and this year in Skyline, the 8 teams are making it to playoffs, so the Bears still are playing each and every game as serious as possible. They want to make it into the playoffs, and this tough YU team is going to be a tough win for them.
Yeah, of course, Sonny. The Max are a tough opponent to anyone they face. They've won 20 in a row. That should say it all. But early on for the Bears, it's been familiar faces this season so far. Second half of the year, Chris Mikos has been a force. He's averaging 11.2 points per game, and early on, he already has a couple of buckets. See how the Max zone in on him as they haven't faced him in the past. So we'll see how they zone in on him moving forward.
Gabe Leifer with the ball at the top of the key. And they are calling an illegal hit, illegal screen on Simcha Halpert. That's his first foul. Bears ball.
A tough foul called there on Simcha. He hasn't been off to a hot start tonight, but last game, Simcha was sizzling. He went 7 for 10 from beyond the arc, so we'll see how he picks up tonight.
Chris Edwards, the rebound. Gives it to Gabe. Back to Barr at the top of the key. Barr at the top of the key, wide open from 3. off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Chris Edwards coming down for the Bears. Chris Edwards gives it to Steph. Drives in, takes it himself, but Gabe gets the rebound. Gabe is playing guard currently for the Max, taking it down, gives it to Simcha in the corner, which is his spot. Gabe at the top of the key. Back to Simcha. Simcha thinks of shooting. Ryan in the middle, and it is a good jumper by Ryan Terrell. Max are currently up by 3, 14-11. 14:40 left in the half.
Great play there, moving the ball on one side of the floor. A little triangle offense sort of over there from Gabe, Terrell, and Simcha. Getting Terrell the easy turnaround lane. Getting that 2 to go. That's 5 for Terrell tonight.
Chris Edwards tried to do a pump fake, but he was called for a travel as we have some subs coming in. Ofek Reef is coming in for Bar Aloof. And Sebastian Ethert and Dimitri Sirakis is coming in for Chris Edwards and Steph Ethert.
Ofek Reef was questionable tonight, but we see it's good to see him come into the game early. He's been an energy bunny for the Max on both ends of the floor. We'll see how he performs right now.
Ofek Reef gets the ball early. Gabe is calling for the balls. He is wide open. Badani's double teamed. Gets into the corner for Ofek, and it is good for Ofek Reef.
Great move there by Katz to find Reef in the corner. He did, as you mentioned, have Gabe open down low, but he still found the swing to Reef in the corner, who drains that bucket.
Ofek quickly came into the game and had an immediate impact as Chris Mikos taking Gabe one-on-one. Coven Minor on the inside for the easy 2. His size is just killing these Max right now.
Yeah, Minor, I believe, is the biggest player on the floor at all times for the Bears. He stands at 6'6", but we have to see the Max body him up big time thus far tonight.
Donnie Katz from 3. Ofek Reef tries to get the rebound, but hits it out of bounds. Bears are bringing the ball down the court.
Quick trigger there from Katz. He has, as we mentioned, been a little bit hot to start. He has 4 ready for the Max. Tries to pull that one from deep, can't get it to go. And we see Sebastian Ethart, brother of Steph Ethart, bring the ball down the floor.
Chris Mikos thinks of shooting. As they get it on the inside to Minor, who gives it in the corner to Sebastian. As Gabe gets the rebound on the Minor bad shot. Ofek Reef coming down quick. And Ofek Reef with the layup for the Max.
Reef is not scared to take it in on anyone. Reef stands at 6 foot tall. He goes and contests Minor, who stands at 6'6". No problem there for Reef on the transition bucket.
Mikos tries to get the layup, but missed. Gabe gets a rebound, passes it all the way up to Ofek Reef, gets the easy layup. As the Bears coach, Joseph Cocozello, is upset at his team for giving up that easy basket.
Sonny, Coach Cocozello, is livid right now. He sees the Max destroying them thus far on transition. Reef with 2 buckets on the other end, quickly coming down the court. It's beautiful for Coach Steinmetz to see this guy come into the game with a quick 7-point stretch for Reef himself, score 7-0 run.
Yeah, Sammy, this Max team is known to go on a lot of scoring runs. How could the Bears stop these runs and stop the bleeding?
Well, the only way that teams know how to stop against the Max is by playing either press defense, as we see the Bears try to do, but the Max are torching them, or playing a pressure man-to-man in which they pressure the ball on the outside, because we see the Max, they're at their best in games like last game against Mount St. Vincent, where they're swinging the ball at the top of the key, no dribbles, only passes, finding their open men, working the ball from inside out. Gabe out to Simcha. Lifer, plays that big presence. And we'll see now if Coach Cocozello in that timeout, leveled his head a little bit, maybe spoke to his guys and found a way to stop the Max on transition.
As the Max have made a substitution, Caleb Malobsky has come in for Donnie Katz. Caleb Malobsky recently helping with his 3-point shooting, starting to get hot. Bears currently have the ball, passing it around the arc. Chris Mikos couldn't handle the pass from Sebastian, and it's YU's ball. Ofek Reef bringing down the ball for the Max. Caleb has the ball in the corner. Caleb with the nice swing around, tries to get it up, and gets Caleb Malofsky with a nice play for the Max.
Malofsky says, no, I'm not going to take the passing route. I'm going to do it myself. Goes inside, feels the contact, throws that one up, and gets it to go off the glass. Great finish there by Malofsky. It's hard to even say that with a straight face on it, as clearly it was a toss-up. But the Max will take it nonetheless.
As Matt McGillen comes in the game, and also Steph comes back into the game as Caleb Malofsky hits his free throw, gets the end one. Max are currently up 24-13 on an 11-point lead.
And Sonny, this isn't something that's unfamiliar for the Max, being, you know, up by 10 plus early on. We'll see how they continue to push the ball on these Bears, as we see a bucket there from Sebastian Ethart.
Nice pass, as right now the Bears are currently working it from the high post. Caleb Malofsky with the ball in the corner. Ryan Terrell calls for the ball, gets the ball, gives it to Gabe at the top of the key. Gabe getting double teamed behind the back pass to Caleb Malofsky. Gabe Leifer with an unbelievable play.
Excellent there from the post. Gabe Leifer passes it behind his back to the weak post to Malofsky, who already has 5 to start the game.
Right now, Steph has the ball, takes the mid-range jumper. Good for Steph.
Sonny, it's the first time we've seen both Ethart brothers in the game at once. Sebastian, number 0, and Steph, number 30. They really like to work the ball to each other, mainly on the outside, but they love that mid-range jumper.
Gabe with the inside pass to Simcha Halbert as he gets the end one. Right now, the Swahili team is just getting end one after end one after end one.
They're pushing the ball inside, Sonny. They're working it from inside out, but right now, they don't need to work it out. They're finding the layups within the lane. Simcha, not only a three-point shooter, as we know, converts on that and one as his brother Eitan checks into the game. The two of them, Simcha Halpert, who just converted on the and one, and his brother Eitan, number 15, combined for 38 points last game. And thus far, Simcha has 3. We'll see how Eitan can contribute on the floor.
Chris Mikos also comes in for Coven Minor, as now the Bears are going to have to figure out where they get their size from, as Steph tries to get the mid-range jumper, but quickly Eitan Halpert gets the rebound, gives it up to Ofek, gives it to Caleb as they're playing pass between each other, gives it to Gabe in the corner. Gabe tries to get it to Caleb as it is stolen away by Matt McGillen as they pass it all the way up to Dimitri Sarakis, who tries the layup. Sebastian passes it to his brother Steph, but he misses as Eitan Halpert bringing up the ball for the Max. Gabe currently has the ball. Malofsky from 3. Malofsky misses as Sebastian brings down the ball for the Bears.
Malofsky, on the second half of the year, Sonny, on the second half of his run mainly, this 20-game win streak, he's been a key contributor. He's shooting the ball from the outside with some flow. Obviously not there, but so far early on, as we mentioned, he's been a force.
Right now, this YU team playing tough defense as the Bears are called for a travel. We have some subs as James Mojica comes in for Dimitri Sarakis, and Donnie Katz and Barloof come in for Gabe Leifer and Simcha Halpert.
Sonny, you mentioned it there. YU playing some great pressure D. This is something that Coach Steinmetz mentioned, and he wants to see his YU guys really pressure the Bears on offense. He doesn't want to see any open looks from the outside.
Donnie Katz gets it to Barr in the corner. Barr lost his dribble. Right now, Eitan Halpert driving, tries to go under the basket, but couldn't get the basket as the Bears are currently quickly coming down the court. Sebastian thinks of taking the 3 twice, but does not take it either time. Right now, the Bears are currently, as Sammy has pointed out, playing a very, very half-court offense, trying to find the right open shot.
Yeah, absolutely, Sonny. They're running it through Mikos at the high post to try to find something open from 3 as he dashes down low, but the steal there by Ofek Reef, and he's on the break.
Ofek Reef with the end one! Again on the fast break, end one. Max are up 31-17.
Great play there once again by Reef on the fast break. I believe that's his 9th point tonight. Real contributor off the bench. He always has been throughout the season, and we see him thus far really taking it to the house every fast break opportunity that he has.
Ofek Reef currently shooting the free throw. It's good for Ofek Reef. 32-17, Max are up. 8:40 left in the half. Mikos has the ball at the top of the key. Right now the Bears are running their offense through him. As Sebastian is called, it gets a foul on the floor. Donnie Katz called for the foul. Donnie Katz's first foul. Steph goes to the foul line for 2 shots. Steph about to shoot his first shot.
Sonny, just to mention as we have this little break, YU averages 86 points per game, and they only allow 71, while St. Joe's Brooklyn allows 73 points per game and only scores 67 points per game. So this game thus far is going straight on trend as St. Joe's finds themselves down 14, YU scoring at will, especially on the break. So we'll see if they can eclipse their 86 point per game average, and St. Joe's D isn't exactly stopping them right now, especially here on the break.
Right, the St. Joe's team currently is trying to play a press, but the Macs are continuously easily breaking. Gets it to the corner to Baralouf, gets it inside to Caleb, who's getting double teamed. Caleb gives it at the top to Donnie Katz. Ovek tries to drive, gets it to the corner, but James Mojica hits it out of bounds as Ryan Terrell's checking in for Ofek Reef. Ofek Reef puts in some good minutes for this YU team.
Great playing there, as you mentioned, by Reef, scoring 10 in quick minutes. And the average is 11 points per game, so we'll see if he can eclipse that going forward.
Shot clock's running down, and a shot clock violation on the Macs. Bears get the ball.
Unusual mistake there by Halpert. He's generally excellent at handling the ball. Must not have realized the situation that the Macs had put themselves in with only 7 on the shot clock remaining prior to the inbounds, and the shot clock violation goes down to the Bears.
Miko shoots the 3, and Sebastian gets the offensive rebound for the Bears. Ryan Terrell playing really tough defense, trying to not let him go anywhere on this court.
These Ethard brothers have yet to make much of an impact, and I think that's due to the pressure D we've seen so far by Terrell and Leifer on the brothers, and right now it's Malomsky taking one of them, but we'll see how they are able to contribute throughout the rest of the first half.
Terrell with the no-look pass to Barlow, who misses the 3. Bears coming down quick. Brother to brother alley-oop as Sebastian passes it to Steph, puts it in. Macs are up 32-20. Donnie Katz with the ball currently for the Macs at the top of the key. Barlouf with a nice pass to Caleb Hopkins for an easy layup. Macs are up by 14. Matt McGillen has the ball for the Bears. They're passing it around the top of the key.
And once again, Sonny, they're running it through Mikos at the high post, who's trying to find some openings outside. And a great backdoor cut there, and gets it to convert on the block by Matt McKillen.
Matt McKillen's first points of the game. This Bears team is very deep, plays a lot of guys, as we've seen already, as Mikos comes away with the steal, taking it himself, and Eitan Halpert is called for the foul as Mikos is going to the line to shoot 2.
Great play there by Mikos, trying to go full court in transition. He's quieted the crowd down a little bit so far. You know, the Macs still up by 12, but it feels like their scoring spree has slowed down since a couple of substitutions, mainly Ofek Reef coming out of the game, as he was such a key contributor in that little short span that he played.
As Mikos hits the first free throw, Gabe Leifer and Simcha Halper are checking into the game. And also Frank Reale and Coven Miner are checking into the game. Both teams making a lot of substitutions early, trying to get fresh guys in.
Sonny, I believe this is a key moment right now. With 6:19 remaining in the first half, this is at points where YU likes to break it open. At this point or in the beginning of the second half. But right now, Simcha Halpert, number 20 for YU, coming in with fresh legs. We'll see if he's able to contribute instantly on the offensive end. Has a little confusion for the Macs trying to break this press right now.
As Mikos makes both free throws, Bears playing a press, break it easily. Ryan Terrell dribbles behind the back, gives it to Gabe, to Eitan Halpert in the corner, thinks of shooting, but gets it in the inside to Ryan Terrell. Ryan spinning, trying to find the open shot. Gabe has the ball on the smaller Frank Reale, but gets double teamed very quickly. Gabe passes it to Matt McGillen. Wrong player, gives it up to Sebastian, who gets the easy layup for the Bears.
Great play there by the Bears on defense, doubling the big lifer down low, scoring in transition, cutting this lead to just 8.
Eitan Halpert tries the 3, but rebounded by Sebastian. Bears right now starting to make a run on these Macs.
Absolutely, Sonny. The Macs have gone cold from the outside over the last 5 minutes or so. We'll see how they can shoot in the next 5 minutes, coming down to the end of the half, as YU needs to extend this lead in order to be comfortable going into halftime.
Minor, big player early for the Bears, misses the layup as Simcha Halpert's coming down for the Macs. Simcha Halpert passes it to Gabe, gives it to Eitan. Tries to get it to his brother Simcha, but it's stolen away. Steph passes it to Sebastian. Sebastian shoots the 3, but misses. Ryan Terrell with the rebound. Gabe gets the ball, stuck in the corner, passing the inside to Ryan, who with his size gets the easy layup. Max bring it back to double-digit lead. Max are up 36-26, 4:47 left in the half.
Sonny, for a couple of possessions there, we see the Macs very sloppy on the transition offense, trying to break the press. Macs have a pretty poor turnover margin. They're 10th in the conference, but St. Joe's is number 1. Their turnover margin sits at plus 2.8, so they love to force turnovers and take care of the ball, and that mid-range jumper never fails for them either, as Minor converts from the elbow.
Minor long-range 2 jumper. Those are not always a fan of coaches, as they'd rather the 3. Simcha Halpert has the ball as the Macs are passing it around, throws an alley-oop to Gabe Leifer, who gets the layup, brings it back to double-digit lead. Both teams trading baskets right now.
Yeah, some lackadaisical defense there. Down on the post by the Bears, Terrell found Gabe for a beautiful alley-oop lay-in to extend the Macs lead back to double digits.
Matt McGillen currently with the ball for the Bears, who gives it to Steph at the 3, passes it in the inside, but stolen by Eitan. As the Macs control the ball, bring it down the court. Donnie Katz passes to Gabe in the corner. Gabe passes it back to Donnie. Donnie drives, passes it out to Eitan Halpert from 3. Good for Eitan Halpert. Eitan Halpert hits the 3. Coach Coco Zello calls a timeout.
Halpert from the same spot just a minute ago missed, but cash on this one, Sonny. Drains that one, nothing but net. Trying to continue the scoring trend for him as he scored 11 last game.
Both Halpert brothers, unbelievable shooters. They're both really the key 3-point shooters for this team, and the Bears in their scouting need to know to step out on them.
Absolutely, Sonny. YU as a team shoots 40% from 3. That's top in the conference. And St. Joe's, on the other end, allows 35% from beyond the arc on the defensive end. So that's an interesting stat to know that clearly Yeshiva has the upper hand as they shoot from a beautiful clip from the outside.
As right now, the YU Macs are currently up. The number 21 in the country ranked YU Macs are up 41-28 on St. Joseph's College Brooklyn Bears. Right now, both teams putting basket to basket. Macs just hit a 3, trying to put up their lead. This Macs team loves to try to get on these long runs and try to raise the score as high as possible.
And Sonny, with 3 minutes left, I'm sure they'll do nothing but that. The team finding their range there with Halpert. This has been a story so far in the first half. These Macs could be up by, I think, at least 20 right now if they just stop the transition offense and they hit their baskets from the outside. So we'll see if that comes into play in the last 3 minutes.
As Ofek Reef comes in for Eitan Halpert, who just hit the 3, and also Chris Edwards, the starting point guard for the Bears, checks in, tries the floater, but rebounded by Donnie Katz. With Ryan Terrell coming down quick, the ball gives it to Gabe. Gabe gives it at the top as the Macs. Simcha Halpert with a deep 3. And it goes in and out with Simcha Halpert.
Simcha's magic touch wasn't so magical there. That one just rimmed out after hitting the rim about 8 times, Sonny.
Strak is double team, gets it to Edwards, gives it to Mikos on the inside, and Mikos gets the layup for the Bears. The Macs bring it down quickly, gets it to Ryan Terrell. Ryan double teamed on the inside. As Simcha has it, Max trying to run some offense. Alley-oop to Ofek Reef. As the Bears hit it out of bounds. That's a play that you see a lot with this Max team.
Absolutely. The Max try to catch their defense falling asleep on the ball handler, which was Terrell there, as Reef slashed to the basket. But Terrell, looking at that hoop a little too juicy, threw that one up but blocked away by the Bears.
Donnie Katz gets the inbound pass from Gabe. Gabe shoots the three. Hits off the back of the rim. Bears get the rebound.
Over the last few possessions, Sonny, we've seen that the Bears have been excellent on the transition defense, doubling anyone who gets the ball on the block after the Max break that press, not allowing them to get the easy layups that they did in the beginning of the game. So the Max need to now convert from the outside on the half-court offense.
Mikos with the cross-court pass to Chris Edwards, who airballs. Simcha Happer with the three. Mikos gets the rebound for the Bears. Right now the Max currently missing a lot of their threes. Frank Reale has the ball for the Bears, driving it in. Ofek Reef, quick pass up to Ryan Terrell, but a little too far. Terrell couldn't catch it, Bears ball.
A rarity, Sonny. Terrell can't outrun that long pass down the floor by Reef, and the Max clearly trying to run fast and run hard every single possession out to not allow the press defense to be established by the Bears and to not be forced to shoot from the outside, as that hasn't been converting thus far.
As Sebastian checked in and gives it up to Ofek Reef. As the Bears think he traveled, but the refs don't think so. 2 points Max. Sebastian quickly taking the ball down. Ryan Terrell steals the ball as Ofek Reef taking it down and gets fouled by Sebastian. Ofek Reef going to the line for two.
Sonny, the crowd doesn't like it, but that's a good play there by Sebastian Ethert, the senior. He's a smart mind on the basketball court. Decides to foul Ofek to slow this game down a little bit, as the Max have been pushing the ball quick on transition. But only set up by 13. It's amazing that St. Joe's Brooklyn is still in this game. I think viewers at home, if there was no beautiful scoreboard that was made by our friends Justin, Safier, and Akiva Poppers, if there was no scoreboard, Sonny, people would think YU is leading by a larger margin. However, they find themselves up by 14 after the Ofek free throw.
Yeah, we love our Max Live staff that make this happen every single game. As Ofek Reef goes to line and knocks down both. Max are up 15, 45-30 with 1:07 left in the half. Nikos has the ball for the Bears. Frank Reale with the floater, and it's good for Reale. As Simcha Halpert's running it down, shoots the quick three, and it's good for Simcha Halpert as he knocks down the three.
Great play there on one end by Reale, who averages 12 points per game to put that two home. But on the other end, a fast, quick three by Simcha. Try to go 2 for 1.
With the nice pass from Reale, gets it to Miner for the layup. Simcha Halpert bringing down the ball. 25 seconds left in the half. Donnie Katz has the ball at the top of the key.
Sonny, YU will slow down for the last point, but correction.
Simcha Halpert then trying another three. The ball is last called off of Donnie Katz. Bears ball. 16 seconds left in the half. Max are up 48-34.
I should have checked myself there, Sonny. YU really was just looking for the best shot on the floor, and that was a Simcha Halpert three that wasn't able to convert. He's been scattered in his scoring tonight, trying to find the hot hand. We'll see what happens in the second half.
Sebastian has the ball as they're holding for one. 5 seconds left in the half. 3 seconds. Gets it to Reale with the floater. Gabe Leifer gets the rebound, and that is half as the Mats are up 48-34. We're going to send it to commercial, and we'll be back soon.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Shalom, my name is Rabbi Yaakov Trump and I serve the esteemed community of the Young Israel of Lawrence Cedarhurst, and I want to reach out to you about the OIC, which is the Orthodox Israel Coalition. And perhaps you have not heard about this yet, but right now is a critical moment for the World Zionist Congress. The voting for the World Zionist Congress for its delegates begins on January 21st, 2020, and there is a large slate for the Vote Torah Party, which is under Mizrahi with the auspices, working together with the OU, with YU, with RCA, with Amit, with Torah College, with Bnei Akiva and Torah Mitzion, as one coalition, saying that when it comes to agenda setting in the Jewish world, whether it be in Israel or in the diaspora, those decisions, those votes should take into account the growing Torah community, which is what we are part of. In order to be able to do that, we have a large slate of leaders from across the world, and specifically in America, it's the opportunity to vote. I encourage you to find out more, to take a look at the slate of almost 500 leaders for the OIC, and take a moment to vote and make a difference. Have a fantastic day.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Shalom, my name is Rabbi Yaakov Trump and I serve the esteemed community of the Young Israel of Lawrence Cedarhurst, and I want to reach out to you about the OIC, which is the Orthodox Israel Coalition. And perhaps you have not heard about this yet, but right now is a critical moment for the World Zionist Congress. The voting for the World Zionist Congress for its delegates begins on January 21st, 2020, and there is a large slate for the Vote Torah Party, which is under Mizrahi with the auspices, working together with the OU, with YU, with RCA, with Amit, with Torah College, with Bnei Akiva and Torah Mitzion, as one coalition, saying that when it comes to agenda setting in the Jewish world, whether it be in Israel or in the diaspora, those decisions, those votes should take into account the growing Torah community, which is what we are part of. In order to be able to do that, we have a large slate of leaders from across the world, and specifically in America, it's the opportunity to vote. I encourage you to find out more, to take a look at the slate of almost 500 leaders for the OIC, and take a moment to vote and make a difference. Have a fantastic day.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center here on the campus of Yeshiva University. My name is Akiva Popper. Some of you may know me as the Chief Content Officer of Max Live. And I have some exciting and very breaking news, to be honest with you, that if you were watching the game a couple weeks ago, David Schwartzman, the president of Max Live, came on live to talk about a new selection and seating show which we're going to be doing this year. And I'm happy to announce that we heard complaints. People didn't want to wait for a selection show for the in-town teams. They don't want to wait until March. So what we've decided to do is that this week, against Farmingdale State, Saturday night during halftime, about 9:30 if you do the math, we are going to be going on with a in-town selection show. That means that if you are from New York, from New Jersey, you will find out then whether or not you are going to be in Sarachek 2020. No waiting until March, no waiting until Yeshiva League Championship 4 days before Sarachek. That night, in just 4 days, you will find out whether or not your team is going to be in Sarachek 2020 if you are an in-town team. We will announce all of the in-town teams during halftime. Farmingdale State, we are excited. I hope you are just as excited as we are. Not only that, we also will remind you of all of the teams who are out of town who are going to be in. In addition to the lottery teams, there are a few which are not currently on the YU website. So we will announce all of the lottery teams. We will announce all of the teams which are going to be in Sarachek from out of town, and we will announce all of the in-town teams. If you are an in-town team and you want to know if you made it to Sarachek, you have to tune in Saturday night during halftime against Farmingdale State. It's going to be awesome. Me and Presidente David Schwartzman will be there to tell you about all the teams. I'm looking forward to it. All of us at Max Live really looking forward to what should be an awesome Sarachek 2020. Sammy and Sonny will be back on the call in a few minutes, but do not forget to tune in Farmingdale State Saturday night. If you are an in-town team, you will learn whether or not you were in Sarachek 2020.
Shalom, my name is Rabbi Yaakov Trump and I serve the esteemed community of the Young Israel of Lawrence Cedarhurst, and I want to reach out to you about the OIC, which is the Orthodox Israel Coalition. And perhaps you have not heard about this yet, but right now is a critical moment for the World Zionist Congress. The voting for the World Zionist Congress for its delegates begins on January 21st, 2020. And there is a large slate for the Vote Torah Party, which is under Mizrahi with the auspices, working together with the OU, with YU, with RCA, with Amit, with Torah College, with Bnei Akiva and Torah Mitzion, as one coalition, saying that when it comes to agenda setting in the Jewish world, whether it be in Israel or in the diaspora, those decisions, those votes should take into account the growing Torah community, which is what we are part of. In order to be able to do that, we have a large slate of leaders from across the world, and specifically in America. It's the opportunity to vote. I encourage you to find out more, to take a look at the slate of almost 500 leaders for the OIC, and take a moment to vote and make a difference. Have a fantastic day.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. I'm Yoni Sonnenschein, along with my partner Sammy Katz, as the number 21 Yeshiva University Maccabees are currently up on the St. Joseph's College Brooklyn Bears, 48-34. Sammy, what's working well for the Max that's currently giving them this lead?
A bunch of things to touch on in that first half, Sonny. The Max, as you mentioned, have 48 in the first half. That'll hopefully eclipse their scoring totals of the year, which average 86 points. They're on pace for that. And it's crazy to mention that it's not coming from their usual scores. We saw, just to highlight a couple in that first half, Ofek Reef come off the bench. The bench is outscoring the starters 24-6. Excuse me. They're outscoring the bench of St. Joe's 24-6, and Ofek Reef has a big part in doing that. He's 5 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from beyond the arc, has 14 tonight. Caleb Malobsky has 7 himself, shooting 3 for 4 from the field. And Terrell Watch, 7 points in that first half, 3 for 3 from the field. Hasn't attempted a three-pointer yet tonight. We'll see how he shoots from the field moving forward. And Sonny, YU shot 63% from the field and only shot 28% from 3. So they haven't done it in their normal, usual fashion. They've been pushing the ball on the fast break every time they've had the opportunity, trying to cash in layup. Have played and to continue to convert on the layups down low.
This Bears team right now fighting for a chance to be in the Skyline playoffs. Sammy, what do the Bears need to do right now to win this game?
Well, Sonny, the Bears run through 2 players. They run through Coven Minor down low. He stands at 6'6". He has 11 points tonight, shooting 5 for 8 from the field. And they run through Chris Mikos, which ironically he only has played the second half of the year here for St. Joe's, as he's a transfer from St. Joe's Long Island. So they run through these 2 guys, Minor on the low post, Mikos from the high post. So they'll see, running through these 2 guys, run it for the rest of the second half. If they can convert on the buckets from mid-range, that's their strong suit. They haven't hit a 3 tonight. They're 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. So we'll see, if they can continue to convert on offensive rebounds, put back layups every single time down the floor from underneath.
As assistant coach for the Max, Mike Sweetney shows up at halftime. Mike Sweetney played for Georgetown, played in the NBA for the Knicks.
Sonny, it's funny you mentioned Coach Sweetney. One day I walk into my house and I walk towards the backyard just to see a clinic happening. My next door neighbor running a little basketball clinic, and Coach Sweetney was the coach. And a few months later we see his name in the New York Times, astonished that this amazing assistant coach of the Max, former Nick, is running a basketball clinic in our backyard.
Yeah, as you saw some fans during halftime taking pictures with him, it's really cool. Starting for the Max the second half, Baralouf, Simcha Halpert, Ryan Terrell, Gabe Leifer, Donnie Katz, and starting for the Bears, Sebastian Ethert, Frank Reale, Steph Ethert, Mikos, and Kevin Miner. As Ryan Terrell has the ball at the top of the key. Passes to Donnie Katz on the inside, gives the Barlows back at 3, 4-3. Gabe Leifer tries to get the rebound, but Sebastian comes away with the ball.
Aloof cold from beyond the arc tonight, 1 for 4, but he scored a 3 early on that sparked a little offense in the beginning of the first half. Tried to do it again there, couldn't convert.
As Ryan Terrell gets the rebound, and they called out of bounds on the rafters. Those rafters in this Max gym are really tough for these away teams.
Anyone listening who knows about Sarachek announcing, those rafters always come into play during that high school tournament.
Gets on the inside to Ryan Terrell, who puts 2 in the basket. Max are up 50-34.
That's Terrell's 9th point tonight. He's bridging on the double-digit scoring mark, and that's where we're looking for his scoring output tonight. If he can convert on 25 tonight, that'll be a 1,000-point mark for Terrell.
Sebastian has the ball at the top of the key for the Bears. Sebastian tries to pass to Mikos, but Ryan Terrell gets the steal.
Terrell stands at 6'7", plays guard with those long arms, easily able to steal on top of the key.
Simcha Halpert with the James Harden-like step back, but passes to Gabe, and passes it to Bar. Gabe gets the ball back, takes it back, gives it to Simcha in the corner, 4-3, in and out of the bucket.
Seems like everyone for Simcha tonight has gone in and out. Can't find that perfect range from the outside. He's shooting 2 for 6 tonight from beyond the arc. As
Simcha gets the block on Frank Reale, Ryan Terrell passes it to Bar in the corner, 4-3, good for Baraloo.
Important bucket there for the Max, extending their lead to a strong 19-point lead just 2 minutes into the second half. They're starting to convert on their on the offensive end and play strong defense in this man-to-man D with beautiful turnover forces, almost won there by Simcha.
Mikos versus Leifer, and Mikos wins that battle with the layup.
You don't see that too often. Mikos stands at the same height as Gabe Leifer. Leifer usually able to body up offensemen down low.
Simcha Halpert, 4-3, good for Simcha Halpert. Simcha Halpert starting to get hot for this Max team.
Beautiful quick trigger there from Simcha. He knows his abilities, pulling from the outside without hesitation, and the steal on the other end.
Gives it to Ryan Terrell with the dunk, Ryan Terrell! As the Bears call a timeout, Max are up 58-36.
Beautiful play there on transition. Simcha with the easy steal on one end, converting on the pass, and the Terrell dunk on the other. Terrell now with 11 points, shooting a hot 5 for 5 from the field.
For those of you who missed it during our unbelievable halftime show, Kiva Poppers was on air, and he's explained that we heard the complaints. We heard that no one wants to wait 2 to 4 weeks to hear which teams are in Sarachek. So this Saturday night at the Max home game against Farmingdale during halftime, all in-town teams will hear who made it to Sarachek. They will hear on Max Live which teams make it, so be sure to tune in to the game on Saturday night, YU versus Farmingdale. This Saturday night, as you hear the exclusive announcement of who is going to be in the Sarachek tournament this year.
Exciting times, Sonny. That halftime show should be one to remember. All in-towners calling all in-towners. Get ready. The MTA team is here tonight with Coach Shlomo Weisberg cheering on these Max. They'll surely be at the tournament, I believe, as they're there at an automatic bid every year. And we're incredibly excited for that tournament coming up later this year.
As the Bears have the ball, gets it into Steph on the inside on Baraloof. trying to body him down, gets it to Minor, but Gabe gets the steal for the Max as he's running the fast break. Takes it himself, tries to go over as Mikos hits the ball. Max keep the ball.
Too many bodies down low for the Max, playing tough defense, stopping these Bears from getting the ball inside. They love to run on the low post. Couldn't do it there with a beautiful steal by Leifer and transition play.
Ryan Terrell has the ball, gives it to Simcha, gives it to the hot hand. Baraloof back to Terrell. Gabe tries to get on the inside to Simcha, but Steph coming quick, and the easy fast break bucket for Steph. Max are up by 20, 58-38.
Great defense there down low as Gabe on the high post tried to kick it down low to Simcha on the low post, who had position. Couldn't convert, on a great play on the other end by Steph to convert on a contested two-point layup.
Some bad passes as Steph tries to get it to his brother Sebastian. Sebastian's going to try the three, but Aloof gets the rebound for the Max. Aloof bring it down to the Max, setting up their offense. Donnie Katz with the ball at the top of the key, gives it to Simcha in the corner. Cash from Simcha Halpern. That's his third three in this half.
Sonny, beautiful ball movement there. Katz finding Simcha in the corner. Leifer just controls so many bodies on the low block. That way Simcha could free himself up in the corner, able to convert on that beautiful three from the corner.
Mikos has the ball, gives it to Minor on the inside. Minor with the hook shot. Airballed. Gabe with the quick outlet pass to Simcha. Simcha misses the easy layup. He's upset about that one. Sebastian gets fouled by Baraloof as the Bears are making some substitutions. Chris Edwards comes to the game. Matt McGillen and Dimitri Sirakis comes into the game for the Bears.
Simcha Halper would like that one back. Sonny couldn't convert on the offhanded righty layup on transition, giving St. Joe's the possession now, but a good play on the defensive end to almost steal that one back.
Steph with the hook, but Leifer gets the rebound, thinking of passing it up all the way to Ryan, but calms it down instead. Baraloof starting to run the offense to the Max at the top of the key.
Sonny, it's funny, Leifer looks like more of a tight end, but he seems to play quarterback for this team. And there, plays big man once again and converts down low on the low block. Easy pickings there for Leifer.
Yeah, Leifer is just bigger than most of the guys on this court, and in the Skyline Conference, he's able to get all the easy buckets in the paint as Mikos has the ball, gets it into Chris Edwards. Mikos shoots the three. Good from Mikos as the Max are up 63-41 with 14-17 left in the game.
Mikos thus far tonight having a great scoring output. He averages 12 per game for St. Joe's, and he's playing really nice basketball, controlling a lot of the offensive movement from the high post, and he's able to convert there from outside.
Baraloof thinks of shooting the three, drives it with the Euro step. Good for Baraloof.
Beautiful spacing there from the Max. Simcha in one corner, Gabe in the other. Aloof able to slice down the middle and convert on the Euro step left-handed layup.
Matt McGillen gets it to the corner as the Max are trying to tell the refs it hit the rafters. Max home. They know that these rafters are a factor. Max get the ball. Ofek Reef, the leading scorer for this Max team, checks in for Baraloof.
Ofek Reef getting a little bit of a hand there from the crowd. They're excited to see the strong bench player come back in as he creates a spark for the Max with that beautiful white headband, and he's just controlling the offense, no doubt, in the start of this second half for him.
Donnie Katz gives it to Ofek in the corner, tries to get involved early. Gabe gets the offensive rebound for the Max. Gabe gives it to Ofek. Ofek with two. Ofek gets involved early.
Absolutely missed the three, but not shy. Converts from a lot closer on a little bit of a floater inside. A beautiful pass from Leifer. And Ofek Reef converts on two, bringing his scoring output to 16.
Steph with the turnover to Ofek Reef. Ryan Terrell coming up. Ryan Terrell gives it back to Ofek, who gets the easy layup.
Great transition play there from turnover to offensive bucket. In the first half, YU was able to convert on 15 points off of turnovers, and no different there. cashing in on 2 points once again, and here we go.
Lifer with the steal. And the easy layup. As fans seem upset, they wanted the dunk as the Bears call a timeout.
Beggars can't be choosers there, Sonny. YU able to convert on an easy 2 from Gabe. Once again, another point off of turnover for the Max. And they find themselves quickly in the second half up by 30.
For those watching from home and can't tell the difference between the Ethert brothers, Sebastian and Steph, easy way to remember, Steph wears number 30 just like NBA player Steph Curry. Sebastian wears number 0. So if you're trying to watch at home and tell the difference between the brothers, remember that Steph wears the same number as Steph Curry.
And mentioning the Ethard brothers, generally they're big contributors. We see usually Sebastian converting on many assists as he, I believe, leads, he's fourth, in the conference in assists per game. And tonight, so far, hasn't been as productive on the offensive end. And neither has his brother, Steph, who generally likes to put the ball in the bucket, hasn't been such a factor. But that's large in part due to the ball pressure defense that the Max have put on the Bears throughout the night on their offensive end. And that's a lot of the reason why the Yeshiva finds themselves up by 30 points with 12 and a half remaining.
As Eitan Haber checks in for his brother Simcha, Bears currently running their offense. Try to get to Mikos. He's their offensive playmaker. Gets it to Chris Edwards with the mid-range jumper. And a foul called on Donnie Katz as Edwards goes to line for 2.
Great play there from the high post. Once again, Mikos able to find Edwards on the baseline. He'll have 2 free throws now. Try to cut into this deficit just a little bit. And it seems like right now, Coach Steinmetz just wants this game to be over. His men are exhausted. They've played countless amounts of games in the last few weeks. And when Yeshiva finds themselves up by this margin, with 12 minutes to go, they almost wish that it was coming down to the wire. Just a couple of minutes left to get his players some rest to go down to the last 3 games of the season.
As Edward hits both from the line, Eitan Halpert starting this offense for this Max team. Gets it to Donnie Katz on the inside. Mikos denying the pass. Gabe Leifer drives, gives it to Donnie Katz with the floater. Good from Donnie Katz. First points of the second half for Donnie Katz. Max are up again by 30, 73-43. Max are up, 11:48 left in the game. Mikos takes on Gabe Leifer. Mikos tries to shoot the difficult shot, but air balls. As Sirakis hits the mid-range jumper, Eitan Hopper bringing the ball down for the Max.
First points there from Sirakis, generally known as a 3-point shooter, converts there on the inside. But once again, the Max holding steady up by 28.
Gabe Leifer shoots the 3. Misses for Gabe Leifer. Mikos coming down with the ball. Donnie Katz versus Minor in the inside. Chris Edwards running out of real estate. Tries to go behind his head with the layup, but misses. Terrell coming down the ball with for the Max. Overgrief gives it to Donnie Katz, who hits another layup. Donnie Katz makes it a 30-point game again.
Great play there once again by Katz, his 8th point tonight. Looking to break that double-digit margin. And it's important to note, a lot of this lead by the Max have come, I think, on their rebounding capabilities. They've limited St. Joe's, who's generally a great rebounding team, 40 rebounds per game, which sits at 4th in the conference. They've limited St. Joe's to their offensive rebounds by grabbing defensive boards and not allowing them to convert on second chance opportunities, and Gabe Leifer there converts down low.
That Terrell to Leifer connection, the connection that's really been working for this Max team all year long. Mikos has the ball. Trying to get it into Minor. Minor with the hook. Good for Minor. Halbert bringing down the ball for this Max team. Gabe at the top of the key. Ophir the hot guy for this Max team in the game. Has 18 points. Gives it to Terrell on the inside. Terrell gets the layup.
Sonny, you mentioned Reef. He's been a major contributor tonight off the bench, but it's been an all-around scoring effort. We saw Simcha Halpert get involved. He's converted on 15 points himself. Ryan Terrell with a strong 13. Donnie Katz with 8. And Gabe Leifer, of course, racking up both points and rebounds and playing excellent defense on the key contributor on the offensive end for St. Joe's, Chris Mikos.
As we should also be aware that last time these teams played, Gabe Leifer had a triple-double, and he is 2 points away from a triple-double again. So we're on Gabe Leifer triple-double watch also. Alley-oop to Ryan Terrell from Ofek Reef.
Beautiful press defense there by the Max, able to convert on a Reef alley-oop layup, given over to Ryan Terrell. It's beautiful to watch, Sonny. They're playing great on the defensive and offensive end.
Mikos has this ball, but a foul called on the Max. As there are some subs for this team. Gabe calls for the foul. Caleb Malobsky comes into the game. Simcha Halper comes into the game. Bar Loof comes into the game. And fan favorite Tyler Hode comes into the game.
Tyler Hode now checking in. He's been fun to watch throughout his YU career. Saw many minutes early on. He's definitely diminished as he's had some injury issues throughout his career, but he's been a great contributor down the stretch here. And it's great to watch when Tyler's out there. He facilitates with a calm manner. And as we mentioned there, he goes to help up Steph. He's a mensch, Tyler.
Steph puts his body on the line for the team, takes the charge. Bears get the ball as Zach McDonald gets his first minutes of the game for this Bears team.
And just as I mentioned it, Sonny, the crowd breaks out into a Tyler Hode chant as he did the right thing, helped up the defender, Steph Ethart, and we'll see how YU can play on the defensive end down the stretch. I'm sure that's something that Coach Steinmetz is watching, right, Sonny? How YU really plays on the defensive end, continues to pressure the ball even with this large 30-point lead.
Yeah, as just to note, Gabe Leifer came out of the game 2 points away from a triple-double. Be interesting to watch if he comes back into the game to get that triple-double. Max keep the ball after it is hit off a Bears player. Tyler Hode inbounding the ball to Bar Aloof, and they're going to start running their offense. Sim Copper thinks of shooting, drives it, tries to get it to the corner to Tyler, but knocked out of bounds by McDonald.
It's an interesting unit on the floor here for the Max, Sonny. Lots of 3 bench players out there, but they're steady bench players, players that really can contribute in big-time games for the Max. Hode, Halpert, and Malobsky. Malobsky already tonight has 7, and Eitan Halpert and Tyler Hode would obviously be out there to control the pace for the Max, as Hode there is called on the foul.
As McDonald tries to shoot the 3, gets fouled, going to the foul line for 3. That is the cardinal sin in basketball. Don't foul a guy when he's trying to shoot the 3. Tyler Hode with the foul.
Sonny, especially a guy like McDonald who didn't see many minutes in the first half, hasn't seen much playing time down in the second half as well. You know, this will be his first chance to contribute on the stat sheet, so if you're going to foul a 3-point shooter, let him be somebody who's going to contribute. Of course, Tyler did not mean to on the defensive end, but we'll see if McDonald can convert on the next 2 as he hits the first.
Donald hits the second as Nick Reale, brother of Frank Reale, coming into the game for his first minutes of the game. McKillen checks out of the game for the Bears.
So, Sonny, just to mention once again, Terrell, 15 points. He's 10 away from 1,000. Gabe Leifer, he's 2 points away from a triple-double as he has 10 rebounds and 11 assists. And Ofek Reef with a great, strong 18 points off the bench.
Eitan Halpert from the corner hits the 3. These Halpert brothers know how to shoot. Max are up 84-53, 7:17 left in the game. Steph tries to take the ball, but gets fouled on the floor by Caleb Malobsky. That's his second.
Sonny, you just mentioned it. These Halpert brothers, they do know how to shoot. Eitan 2 for 3 from beyond the arc off the bench. He has 6 points. He's also got a rebound and an assist for himself, I believe. And Simcha Halpert, his brother, shooting 3 for 8 from beyond the arc. He's got 12 points, a hot shooter for the Max team, and one of the best in the conference.
As Malopsky gets the rebound for the Max. Thought of shooting the 3, but the Max are going to try to run some time. Eitan Halpert has the ball, shoots the 3. Caleb Malopsky gets the offensive rebound, puts the ball in the basket.
Great rebound and putback there from Malopsky. This is first on the offensive end. We love to see when the bench players contribute. They've been definitely stellar tonight for the Max.
As Tyler Hode bringing the ball for the Max, gets fouled, going to the line for 2 is Tyler Hode. The foul is called on Steph Ethert. As Gabe Leifer going back into the game, Sammy, we talked about he's on triple-double watch, 2 points away from a triple-double.
Yeah, absolutely, Sonny. And Coach Steinmetz, just like he did in the last game that I happened to be announcing the other night when YU found themselves up by 20, the coach loves to keep his players fresh. He'll get Gabe out there, to play a couple more minutes down the stretch. I believe he does realize that Gabe also is on triple-double watch. That must be a factor as well. But he loves to keep his players fresh, but he also does a great job at getting bench contributors into the game throughout the contest.
As Malopsky gets the offensive rebound, but is called for the offensive foul as Steph takes the charge. Bears get the ball.
Great play there on the defensive end by Steph, noticing that Malopsky had that beast offensive rebound, must have been thinking the same as he went up. Drew the charge down the other way for the Bears.
As Nick Reale misses 3, Gabe gets another rebound as Tyler's bringing down the ball, gives it to Caleb, who gives it to Simcha, gets it on the inside to Gabe, and he's going to the line for 2. This is the moment where Gabe could get his triple-double.
Sonny, the one thing keeping us hanging on right now as the Max are up by 34 is this Gabe Leifer triple-double. We'll see if he can convert now on these 2 free throws. Let's not jinx him, as you mentioned in the first half.
Gabe hits the first. As the Bears make some substitutions, Joe Sheehan and number 11, James Mojica, come into the game. Looks like Jasper Newman's going to try to check in for Gabe. Gabe, 1 point away from this triple-double at the line. Gabe knocks it down and he gets the triple-double. Gabe Leifer checks out of the game as the whole entire bench stands up for him.
Sonny, we were all holding our breath there, hoping that Gabe would convert on that free throw. Exciting, exciting moment. Once again, his second triple-double against the same team this season, this St. Joe's Brooklyn Bears team. He's been excellent in all facets of the game throughout this season, and that was just on display tonight, Sonny.
As Max currently running a squad on the court of a bunch of bench players and Simcha Halpert. Reale with the ball and the floater, and it toilet bowls in as the shot clock goes off and the Bears call timeout.
Sonny, this is the Bears' last timeout. The Max sit up by 34, and there are just a couple of things to watch down the stretch. Yeshiva has 89 points with 5.5 minutes to go. They'll look to eclipse the 100 mark. They did that just a couple of nights ago, as well. And for St. Joe's Brooklyn, you mentioned it, they're sitting at the 7th seed. So not only is this game important, yes, they might find themselves on the losing end, but the team has to have morale and excitement going into the last few games of the season, because down the stretch, they're trying to find themselves in the mix of playoff basketball, Sonny.
As Gabe smiling on the bench as he knew he was 2 points away, got those 2 points, got the triple-double, and he's talking with his dad, who's proud of him that he got that triple-double right in front of us. Tyler Hode bringing up the ball for the Max. The Max are right now up 89-55 with 5:28 left in the game. Simcha Halpert thinks of shooting, gives it to Eitan. Eitan gives it back to Simcha from 3. Simcha misses the 3 as the Bears get the ball. as you start hearing some rumblings of Sammy chants for fan favorite Sammy Mandel.
It's at this point in these games, Sonny, where the fans get rowdier than usual. They love to cheer for their friends on the bench, try to get them some minutes. Jasper Newman, one of those guys, just pulled down the rebound, and Tyler with a great lead pass to Malowski. Poked away, though, there. And the Bears on the break.
As Malowski gets the steal, going 2-on-1, but just takes it himself, and he misses it. Malowski gets the rebound, but is called out of bounds. Maybe Malowski should have passed the ball there.
A couple of sloppy plays there in transition from number 42, Caleb Malowski, but it's to be forgiven as he's been a major contributor in the last few games. And he's trying, I believe, maybe he knows this, maybe he's not, to break the double-digit scoring mark tonight. And anytime a player like Malowski from the bench can convert on these points, it's a great feeling for him. And the bench, as we mentioned, a major story and contributor tonight. Ofek Reef with 18 points, Caleb Malowski with 9, Eitan Halpert with 6. They've been great.
As you hear some chances, Alon Jacobowitz gets up to go into the game. This Max fan base loves their bench players as the Bears airball of 3, and you get some great cheers for Jacobowitz as Caleb Malowski checks out of the game.
And a great scoring output, as we just mentioned tonight, for Malowski, but not only on the scoring end, 5 rebounds for him and an assist and 2 steals as well. So great playing tonight for Caleb Malowski, the Denver product.
Eitan Halpert from 3. Good for Eitan Halpert. Max are up 92-55. 3:50 left in the game. As Max Leibowitz coming to the game. Coach Steinmetz currently going deep into his bench, getting all these guys that don't get a lot of minutes into the game. Nick Reale with the floater. Joe Sheehan gets the offensive rebound, puts it in the bucket.
And Sonny, the offensive end, the Max looking to eclipse 100. The other night I was announcing with my man Rami Pinshot, they eclipsed 100 against Manhattanville. Shout out to Rami, my good buddy. And tonight they'll try to do that again. But as you mentioned, Coach Steinmetz throwing in some of the bench players, but Eitan Halpert hot from the outside, can't convert there. But it's really the Max defense tonight that has been the absolute story. They've allowed 70 points per game per average so far. St. Joe's 13 under from that, as they sit at 57 points.
As Simcha with a nice pass to Jasper Newman, who gets the layup, his first 2 points of the game. And YU calls a timeout to just make some substitutions as Max Leibowitz is going to check in the game. And Sammy Mandel, the fans get what they want. Sammy Mandel checking into the game for this Max team.
Some excitement down the stretch, Sonny. Coach Steinmetz emptying the bench, allowing some of these younger players to get in, and Sammy Mandel as well. He's been a fan favorite since he entered the blue and white, that's for sure.
Sammy Mandel knows how to throw it down. Saw him one time in the gym throw down a windmill dunk. So you can watch her as this game's winding down, maybe some nice plays as Nick Reale shoots the 3. And Sammy Mandel gets the rebound as the fans go nuts.
Strong rebound there from the shorter Mandel. No doubt he can fight with anybody down low. And Sonny, just to mention once again, exciting stuff coming Saturday night against Farmingdale Motzei Shabbos. Be here on Max Live as David Schwartzman, our president, and Akiva Poppers, the legend, the Max Live legend, will announce the in-town selection for Sarachek. So stay tuned. Saturday night, we'll be on the call at the Max Stern Athletic Center.
As Boker tries to get it to Sammy on the backdoor cut, but goes out of bounds. Bears have the ball as Anderson Beltre bringing up the ball his first time in this game. Max are up 94-57, 6 points away from 100, 2:03 left in this game. Beltre gets it to Sheehan, Sheehan airballs it, Sammy gets the rebound, Sammy coming down as it is poked away by Reale off of Sammy. It is the Bears' ball.
Good transition hustle there from Mandel. Can't get it to go though. Great defensive play there on transition by the Bears, trying to push on offense.
as Ben Reeves gets a foul on the Max. The foul's called on Alon Jacobowitz.
And Sonny, right now you see Coach Cocazello emptying his bench a little bit too, putting the underclassmen into the game. They generally play a 7-man rotation, and that consists mainly of upperclassmen, juniors and seniors. But now Coach Cocazello trying to get his young guys some minutes. He knows that his main players, the seniors, his top 4 scorers, the seniors, will be gone next year. So he's trying to get the younger guys some minutes in order to be prepared for the transition of next season.
Stay tuned for our post-game show where we'll have an interview with Gabe Leifer, who got a triple-double, as the Bears take a charge, and it is going to be their ball going down. Beltre bringing up the ball for this Bears team as Sammy's playing tough defense. Bad pass by Beltre, and it is the Max ball.
These Bears have been awfully sloppy tonight, Sonny. That has to do a lot with their major deficit right now. They haven't been exactly steady with the ball. YU has forced a lot of turnovers on them, and that's unlike this St. Joe's team, as they generally are very good in the turnover category.
As Jasper misses a shot, Beltre comes down. There's a nice layup. 94-59, Max are up. Minute left in this game as time is winding down. Stay tuned, as we said, for our post-game show with Gabe Leifer. Gabe Leifer getting a triple-double tonight. Max Leibowitz in the corner, thinks of shooting. Sammy gets the ball. Gives it to Alon in the middle with the hook shot. Gives it out to Max. He gives it to Jasper in the corner for 3. Airballs it. Bears coming down with the ball. As Richie Simon hits the 3 for this Bears team, shot clock is off. YU's just going to hold this ball, and they are going to win 94-59, number 21 in this win streak.
Sonny, amazing. The 21st game in a row for number 21 in the country, Yeshiva University. They're sitting at number 1 in the Skyline Conference. Check your local listings for the other games to see how Purchase fared in their game, and also let's see how Old Westbury fared and Farmingdale to see if YU has sealed this number 1 spot as they win 94-62.
Max win 94-62. We'll go to commercial and we'll be back with Gabe Leifer for the post-game show.
The PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center as the Yeshiva University Maccabees, number 21 ranked Yeshiva University Maccabees, win 94-62 against St. Joseph's of Brooklyn. Gabe Leifer, you got a triple-double tonight. I saw you smile. You were 2 points away. You got into the game, knocked down both free throws. What were your thoughts as you were going up to that line?
Honestly, one of the most pressuring foul shots I've ever taken in my career. Because especially when I saw Elliott call Jasper to go in for me, then I knew that I really had to make it or else I'd be a point short. So it was a lot of pressure.
And you knocked down both, got the triple-double. This team right now on a 21-game win streak, trying to get the number 1 seed in the Skyline playoffs. Coming next on Saturday night, you guys are going to play Farmingdale State. What are your thoughts going up to that Farmingdale State game?
Just another game along the way. They're a tough team. They always give us a fight. We have a lot of history with them in the playoffs, especially when I've been here. So it's going to be a tough game, and we need to play our game because they're going to come out strong.
Thank you, Gabe. Great game. Max win 94-62. Thank you to Sammy, Katz, Justin Safier, and Akiva Poppers for a great show. Come back Saturday night as the Max take on Farmingdale State, and stay tuned in for the halftime show as David Schwartzman is going to announce which in-town teams make this Sarachek tournament. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.